everyone. Welcome to the UnPack Pittsburgh Happy Hour podcast, or what the Italians like to call it, Aperitivo Hour. My name's Alaina, this is Bryan, and today we have some special guests at the Strip District at Papa J's. Next to me, we got my brother Jimmy. Next to him, we have Michael, and then Keenan's going to be popping in a little bit. Jimmy, why don't you start us off and tell us a little bit about you?
What's up, guys? So I make a lot of content, all Italian-wise. My name on TikTok and everything is Jimmy Big Muscles. Long story how that name came along. Started off as a joke, but I think it's good now. It's stuck, so at least it's motivation for me to get to the gym to live up to the name. But so I do a lot of work with that. I work with small businesses. I help them with marketing and how to market their food in restaurants. And I'm excited to be here today. This is my first time on the UnPack Pittsburgh podcast. We're in an amazing restaurant right here with Michael.
Thank you so much. Delighted to have you all here to celebrate today and enjoy some wonderful drinks and beautiful food.
So we have a drink, you don't because you're working, but we are going to do a cheers because it is a very special day. It happens to be your actual birthday. So happy birthday, and thank you for doing this. That means a lot to us.
Happy
My
birthday,
pleasure. Happy
Michael.
birthday.
Say salute.
Salute. Cent'anni, 100 years, 100 years of health.
It's a great Negroni.
Thank you.
You said it's a perfect Negroni?
It is a perfect Negroni, and that means it's equal parts dry and sweet vermouths.
You taste the difference?
Yeah.
I have the
Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz.
Prosecco with Aperol, and a splash of orange soda.
It's my first one. It's really good, really
Brian, this is your
refreshing.
first Negroni, right?
This is my first time ever trying it, and it's
What do you
delicious.
think? You like
So
it?
I'm still a little confused what's in it. Remind me what's in it because it is very delicious, very refreshing.
Thank you. So it's 3 parts. We use Tanqueray gin. We use Campari, and equal parts dry and sweet vermouth over ice with a peel of orange, with an orange peel.
Yeah, it looks
it's
very classy.
It's very aromatic. I typically wouldn't reach for gin, but gin with the aromatics of the Campari and with the aromatics of the vermouth, it's a perfect drink for an aperitivo hour, because that's the type of drink that prepares your stomach for a meal. All of these drinks are perfect drinks to prepare your belly to receive a meal. Italians really consider a meal as sacrament. It's not incidental to eat. It's something it's a pageant. It's a celebration of life. It's a cause to bring family together, and a drink like this will prepare your stomach to receive a meal.
All right, Michael, why don't you tell us about everything Papa J's has to offer? It's not just a one-stop. You got things in every corner. Why don't you go over that?
Thank you so much. We're honored to be here in service at 2016 Smallman Street at the intersection of Smallman and 21st in the Strip District. The pillars of Italian food service here are gelato that we make fresh on site every day, pasta that we make fresh on site every day, and our Roman pizza, which is a really particular, very unique, refined pizza product.
Those are the 3 pillars of my diet, I think.
Well, you're a smart man.
Pasta, pizza,
He's
gelato.
not lying.
I think that's a good mix.
So Jimmy, you know something about pizza. You were
I
just
do.
here, right, to try some of it?
Yeah. I was
Give us
just
some
here
thoughts on
for,
it.
I'm doing this pizza tour of Pittsburgh, and I was just in. I got to sample some great pizzas. We had the chicken pesto, the plain margarita, and then we also had the spicy sausage, which was great. One of my favorite cities in the world is Rome, and I think they make a really amazing Roman style slice here, which is really hard to find anywhere in the United States. And I think what really makes it special is, I want to talk a little bit more on it, is the hydration of the dough, which makes it very fluffy and moist. And
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that common because it's not easy to do. So I love pizza, and I love all kinds of pizza, and I'm not arrogant that there's only one right way to make pizza, because I love wood-fired pizza, I love traditional American Italian pizzas, I love this Roman pizza, I even loved the Mexican pizzas at school lunch growing up. So, pizza's pizza, and but the style that we make here, there's a Roman pizza, and it is a high hydration dough, and it's almost equal parts flour to water, which is unique. Most American Italian doughs are about 60% hydration, so we mix our dough at 60% hydration first with only flour and water. Then we allow it to rest. Then we add a leavening agent, a dry active yeast, and more water. Mix it again. So then we've got this yeast happy with food and water. And then we challenge the yeast with salt, some olive oil, and some more water, and then some wheat flour. And then mix it again and let it rest. So it's a 3-staged mix, actually 4-staged mix. So it's 3 low-speed mixes and rests in between. And at the end, we crank it up to high speed and mix it till it pops. So it's so the dough takes 4 days of development after it's mixed. The mixing time is an hour, and then we rest the dough 2 days in bulk, divide it, round it off, rest it a 3rd day, round it off, and then we drape it into these heavy gauge powder-coated aluminum pans that we had custom fabricated for us. Rest the dough in the pans, and then we slip it into a 700-degree stone-lined oven. So all that heat from the oven both transfers through the aluminum pans and fries the dough in olive oil in the pans, and then the heat in the oven through convection cooks the tops. And it's a really crunchy pizza. It's very light. It's not heavy at all. A lot of irregular air bubbles like a ciabatta or a focaccia bread. So it's about a 7.5 minute bake time. Then we deep pan the pizza when it's still warm from the pan and rest it in a perforated pan to allow the moisture to breathe out. And like when you make a cake, it's not done baking until it cools all the way down. So if you eat pizza right hot out of the oven, the dough's not fully cooked all of the way in this style of pizza. So
A lot goes into the perfect pizza.
thanks.
Doesn't it?
It's true. And our cheeses, we have great partnerships with our vendors, suppliers, and we work with the legacy of Penn Mac, and their Park Wax aged provolone cheese is just the best around. And we blend that cheese, which is a dry, salty cheese, with a whole milk mozzarella, which is a wetter, looser cheese, and that combination creates the perfect texture, the perfect taste. And it's really all about, Italian food's all about sourcing the highest quality and respecting it.
I agree. It's a very precise and scientific
I should have been
process.
taking notes. Make sure you turn the mic just closer. There you go, perfect. I want to make sure they're picking up what you're saying.
That's a lot that goes into just one slice of pizza. All that. What is it? So one slice of pizza, it's about 5 days of work, 4 days of work?
Yeah, that's the prep time to get it from inception to the plate is 4 to 5 days.
How long have you been at this location?
Well, my family's been responsible for this building for over 35 years, and I committed to operate here about 2 years ago. As general contractors, we converted it from its prior use to a Papa J's, improving all the finishes, doing some mechanical work to place the world's best production equipment, and really to create a facility that's easy to maintain and welcoming to receive friends.
Why don't you tell them where we are one more time just to make sure?
We're at Papa J's in the Strip District.
Very close to the terminal. I mean, the foot traffic is perfect for you. I mean, and I don't want to touch too much on the other thing outside of the pizza, but the gelato. Also, we'll touch on that when our other visitor shows up. But I mean, you really have so many options for someone just to pop in and have a drink, have a slice, or even have some gelato.
Thank you so much. There's no wrong door to come in. Guests can enter on 21st Street at 52 or 54 21st Street or 2016 Smallman Street. And we can offer quick serve right over the counter. You can have a pizza and you can have a gelato to go. You can sit at the bar for a quick bite and a quick drink. There's cocktail tables and countertop tables at the bar and full service sit-down seating to relax and enjoy yourself in the dining room that's a little bit more subdued. And then we also have an atrium that has a foosball table that's free play, so you're welcome to come in.
Well, I haven't even seen that area yet.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'd probably lose at foosball. Not bubble hockey, though.
I got to see it last week. It's really cool. It's really cool back there.
Yeah, so Jimmy does a lot in the Italian community here in Pittsburgh. So why don't you touch a little bit on that and your journey of content creation and Italian cooking?
All right, so it started all a few years ago. I posted a video of my family making wine, and it blew up on TikTok, which my TikTok was nothing at the point. It started off just as a joke with my friends, the name Jimmy Big Muscles. And
And your
that
following, it grew
yeah.
to what? What's it
I
at
have a
now?
following on TikTok. It's about like 300,000 followers right now, and I had an awesome time with it so far. So I cook with my nonna mostly, and I just like to document like our family traditions, our food, and mainly it's all Southern Italian recipes. My family, they're from Nicastro in Calabria, so it's great. You see, it really builds a community, and a lot of people, they connect with it, and I love it. Something I just started going with. I met a lot of awesome people with it. Shout out Growing Up Italians up in New York. Did a lot of work with them. Got to travel, meet a lot of cool people. I was in a music video with it with Irama. He's really popular in Italy.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, the list goes on. It's everything so far that's happened is really awesome. I'm grateful for everything, and now I'm transitioning to everything I learned to grow my own accounts. I'm helping businesses here in Pittsburgh, especially Italian businesses in Pittsburgh. I worked with Pen Mac, Il Pizzaiolo. I worked a little bit with Dom's Pizzeria, and it's a growing number of businesses I'm working with, and it's awesome to see content that I create with them also grow. I think one of the videos I made for Pen Mac hit almost like 5 million views. So wow. It's awesome to be able to, share what I'm doing with content and help the community and grow the community.
You're a natural.
More. Yeah.
You're a natural because it's
really
it's about passion,
yeah.
and you're very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially in Pittsburgh, I felt like it lacked a little bit. I noticed during my trips in New York, the Italian community was obviously a little bit. Gotta talk loud over the.
They're building a house right next to us. No?
It's part of the
building
process.
A pizza.
They're building a pizza.
That's
5
pounding
days.
veal. That's veal.
That's
Veal's
veal over
loud.
there? Okay.
Chicken's a little quieter. Veal, you have to.
But yeah, in New York, I noticed there's a really tight community of people doing like what we're doing right now, and everybody's all connected. And I'd like to bring that to Pittsburgh more and connect the whole entire community here in Pittsburgh and grow it as a whole. So
why don't you share your Instagram and TikTok handle?
So that's all under Jimmy Big Muscles, and I have my own marketing agency that I'm building right now as well.
Oh, that's cool. So having the community know about you personally, what you just said, Michael, what do you find for people who are watching have never visited here? What is something that you would want them to know? Like, I mean, he's experienced the food, we're experiencing the amazing drinks. What do you want someone who maybe has never visited you to know about you and this place?
To know that you are welcome. We welcome all kinds, all friends. We rejoice and we're grateful every opportunity we have to take care of every new guest. We're grateful every time we get to take care of an old friend. We're really just humbled to have this beautiful facility with world-class equipment and to have a team of great people who really care about each other, care about service, care about our guests, and that's it. You're welcome. Just the other day, a little girl on her 13th birthday, her parents asked her what she wanted to do, and she wanted to come in to see one of our servers because of the kindness he had offered her. So when she was here, he got down on a knee and serenaded her.
Wow.
So we're a family here. We're a motley crew, but we're a wonderful family, and I'm really grateful to see you beautiful people here and excited about your passion for Italian food and to be a part of it.
Yeah, that is really awesome. Within the first 10 minutes we were here, I saw you greet about 8 people. You just kept walking up to people. I was like, wow, that's really rare to see in a restaurant.
I'm honored.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll have you go first, but obviously I know you've been traveling, doing some pizza. Like, I have to ask, what is your favorite type of pizza? Like a flavor, like what's on it? Like, what's the topping for if you were going to design a pizza for you, not for a guest, for you, Michael, what are you putting on the pizza?
My go-to pizza anymore is our roasted yellow potato pizza.
Wow, that's different.
I like all of our pizzas, but anymore I find that's what I reach for. There's just some tastes that are perfect, and that's one of them. When you caramelize the yellow potato, the caramelization's delicious. The fresh rosemary, the Maladon sea salt. It's not a lot of ingredients, but it's just very well executed. So that's my go-to right now is our roasted yellow potato pizza.
That's a great answer. Jimmy?
It's really hard to narrow down my favorite pizza. That's a very hard question. I could probably narrow it down to top 3. But if I had to pick one, probably just gonna go with just a margarita, because I feel like it shows like the essence of what the pizza is.
It tastes like Italy. A margarita tastes
like Italy. I love sauce. I love the mozzarella on it. That's my favorite pizza.
That's the
Simple,
perfect pairing.
You know, just 3 ingredients: the sauce, the mozzarella, and the basil. I think that's what really makes the pizza speak, and that's how you can taste it the most. My second 2, like, honorable mentions, I like prosciutto and arugula a lot.
That would be good.
That's a good.
Do you like your arugula dressed or do you like it dry?
With just a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
And then.
It's a technical question.
Yeah.
just a little bit.
And then just a little bit of olive oil.
2 tablespoons.
Oh, and then some Parmesan just on top. Yeah. But that, and then another one of my favorites is just the pizza you get with mortadella, and it has the pistachios crushed on top, which is a little bit of cheese underneath. That's another one of my favorites. Yeah.
We do a great mortadella pizza here.
I love
the
mortadella.
caramelized mortadella
It's
with
my favorite.
mascarpone, sautéed banana peppers, and red
I looked
onions.
at you like I don't know what that is, and you know what it is.
I love it.
I've never even
I
heard of that.
love
You guys
it.
are using words. I haven't even heard of that word.
Italians
before.
eat mortadella before they eat a steak.
Yeah.
It's
So-
a very
Yeah.
high quality bologna.
Like I want to hear what your favorite pizza is, but like, I mean, I need to try more pizza. I don't eat a lot of pizza. Mine are like buffalo chicken, barbecue chicken, because I do like sauce. Like I'm a sauce guy.
We have them
So-
both here.
He makes both of them here.
Really?
Our buffalo chicken has hot
I didn't
honey
make fun
on
of
it
yours when
and
you-
gorgonzola, so it's creamy, it's salty, it's spicy.
Okay.
It's the whole thing. It's very
Okay.
well balanced.
Try that. Well, what's yours?
Mine's
Judgmental?
also margarita. Jimmy makes amazing margarita pizza. He has a, what's it called, oven? Like a fire
I have a
oven?
little oven I'm working with.
Like a little
company,
portable
so-
one?
Yep. It's called
Yeah.
a pizzella. Yeah. It's like a. Like,
Both
you
you
know,
guys
those
have to have Dave
portable ones.
Portnoy's do one bite on your pizza. But
Yeah. Dave, if you're watching.
I'll just sit there drinking high noons while you guys have a cook-off.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't fit in right now.
But everyone's got a different take on pizza, and there's not one right or one wrong. You look at people like Beto's on Banksville Road. It's,
So
I mean, his
Mm-hmm.
brazenness for saying, I want to serve cold cheese on a pizza. Who does that?
And that actually was on when Dave Portnoy was here launching the Barstool Sportsbook. He did that one, and that was the first. It kind of looked like an adult. What are those things you used to have as a kid? The Lunchables. Kind of looked like an adult. Like you
I don't
put
know how
cold
people eat
stuff
that.
on that. But like I want to try it. I've never tried it. But
I don't think it's a good comparison to put Betos as like looking like a Lunchable.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Actually, I really like Betos. I know it looks strange.
I meant like the
I
process
love
of
it
taking
too.
cold cheese. I've never
Yeah.
seen cold cheese on a
Yeah.
pizza. Although
It's good.
It's
in a
crazy.
Lunchable.
I mean, like I did a video on it before, and I'll be back on my pizza tour. But
What's your
Yeah.
number one seller? Sorry to cut you
No,
off.
it's
I was just curious. What's your
Number one
seller?
seller, our incredible white pizza. Yeah,
Wow.
fresh spinach, roasted garlic,
surprising.
crumbled feta cheese. And that's back and forth between our pepperoni pizza. Our tomato sauce is naturally sweet, low acid. Our cheeses again are the best. The dough has a lot of flavor, and our pepperoni is just the right cup in char, so it caramelizes just right, bleeds just enough oil onto the pizza. It's balance, and it's
amazing how you can make that sound so passionate. Like, I mean, to me, like, I want a bunch of flavor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the stuff you're naming, I haven't heard half of it, but you're naming ingredients, and it sounds delicious.
You know, it is passionate. There's a pizza shop, a classic Pittsburgh pizza shop called Fiore's, and I believe one of the gentlemen who works there named his son Pizza. So, I mean, pizza's
This is a
important.
lifestyle. This isn't a hobby.
Yeah.
I never heard that story.
It's pizza. Italian food's about passion. And to offer people an honest meal is something very special. So,
The sauce is really good here. It's really
That's
good.
a huge
Thanks.
plus. That's
Yeah.
really important for
Honestly,
Italian restaurants.
Yeah, I think if I feel like a make or break for some restaurants for me is if they have good sauce.
Definitely.
And I could The sauce here, you could tell it's good before you even bite it. Like just the smell of the sauce, you could tell it's good. But it was amazing. I love the sauce here.
We use a tomato product that the seeds were brought from Italy and planted by a gentleman in California in a city called Escalon. And like I mentioned, they're a very thin tomato, thin-skinned tomato, low seeds, small water pockets, big flesh, and it's naturally sweet. So he would, harvest his tomatoes once a year, and they were so delicious that Heinz actually bought his facility. So Heinz now owns Escalon Tomato and distributes their products. So as a Pittsburgher, aligning to Heinz is always
Some
positive.
of us are big Heinz ketchup people.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, I mean, and one thing too, it's pretty rare for me to say a place has really good sauce.
Thank you.
Because I know for me and my sister, we've been to so many places before. We're like, oh, the sauce sucks.
Yeah.
Because, we grew up.
Let's not call them out.
Yeah, the way we grew up, we in the September we get all the barrels of tomatoes, and we grind it out like a whole day for each like family.
All the nonos work so hard. They're sweating.
For a whole week. My nonna and all my tias are going from house to house making pounds. I mean, we have cold cellars.
Undescribable.
The Pittsburgh cold cellars in Brookline, Beachview, and everything. Cold cellars full of sauce.
And wine and everything else.
Entire year. So I'm very picky on sauce, and they have great sauce here. Yeah.
Good for you for being connected to that family tradition. That's wonderful. It really is. Our sauce is really simple here. Our marinara sauce for our pastas. All we do to make our marinara sauce: line a saucepan with olive oil, add garlic, cook it until it's golden brown, add a yellow onion, cook it until it's translucent, add salt, pepper, hot pepper seed. Then we add the tomatoes, combine, bring it to a quick boil, cut the heat, and add fresh basil. Wow. It's as simple as I can think of.
I like that sugar wasn't involved in that recipe.
You shouldn't have to have sugar.
It just depends on the tomato.
Everyone has different tastes, and I'm not dismissive of anyone's preferences, but the tomato should be sweet on its own. Yeah. And if you're adding sugar, it's probably because it's cooked so long that it's become bitter. But there's no wrong ways. That's what, everyone's got a different style and different preference, and it's all about developing your preferences.
Yeah, I know. I say that a lot too. Like on TikTok, there's always a lot of people who, I'm sure, anybody who has a page online cooking Italian food, there's always people that are going to come out there and be like, this isn't right. My family does it this way. My family does it this way. So
it depends on the area of Italy, too.
I think everybody's so passionate about their own family recipes. If you post a recipe that's different than somebody else's, that hits home to them. But I think a very a thing to know and understand is that all throughout Italy is different recipes, and your family recipe is going to be different than my family recipe.
Right.
And it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just different. I mean, if you get food in Calabria, it's different than the food you get in Milan.
More options.
100%.
Yeah. So it's all different, and I think all that matters is that it's what it means to you at the end of the day in your traditions.
I agree 100%. I like the word particular. Italians use the word particular because everyone's discerning, and it's not by accident. Everyone's preference is because of a pattern, of a history and a legacy, and really a pride based on their method. So.
Well, I know we went over these drinks already, but there's a beautiful bar behind us, and I see a ton of wine bottles. Do you want to touch on your favorite wine you offer here or some varieties?
Thank you. We offer 20 drafts of beer, 10 locals, 10 nationals. We offer 8 wines on draft, which is really fun.
That's great.
It's nice to have Prosecco on draft.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Facilitates doing things like Prosecco floats. So we make
I saw that on your Instagram, actually.
It's really a blast. So we make all of our gelato and all of our sorbetto here. So to be able to float Prosecco with Fruta di Bosco, wild berry sorbet, or strawberry sorbet, or peach sorbet is just fantastic. And then, as we've got all of this wonderful gelato and sorbet, we get really creative and make drinks like sorbetto on the beach, shaking mango and strawberry sorbet with spiced rum and peach schnapps, or all sorts of wonderful things. My favorite variety that we have here is most likely is Montepulciano, because that's my family's varietal from my family's region in Italy, and it's the type of grape that my family grows in our town. So it's a variety similar to Cabernet, little bit distinct, but similar in body to Cabernet.
Anytime I think of Montepulciano, I remember my one friend in Italy. She said that to compare Montepulciano, like the way it tastes, is like a magical, like mystical experience if it's made well, and it is really good.
Thank you. I agree.
Yeah.
There's something special about it.
I need to taste your family's wine now.
And it's fun. In Italy, it's unpretentious. So a bottle of wine's less than $5 at a grocery store. You're going to spend more for Coca-Cola than you are on a basic table wine. And oftentimes they drink a rosé, which is it doesn't sit long on the skin, so it only takes a little bit of color, and it still has a little bit of sugar and it's fruity. So wine's just a part of life.
Wow, well, thank you guys so much for having us here. Before we close out, do you want to leave the audience with any remarks, maybe your social media tags again, or why they should follow you, why they should come in?
We're grateful to be in service. It's now a little over a year of service here in the Strip District at Papa J's Twin Plaza. And the pillars of our food service are our fresh pastas that we make daily. And it's just semolina flour and water. All of our gelatos, world class. We use fresh fruit. We use Guittard chocolates. We roast the nuts before we cream them into a butter and cook them into the gelato. And really, our gelato is fantastic. It's super smooth, super small ice crystal. It's a world-class product, something I would serve to someone from Italy proudly. I think it's unique, what we have here. And beyond the pizza, the pasta, and the gelato, all of the sautéed items, the piccatas, the marcellas, the parmigianos, are wonderful, both traditional Italian foods and comfort foods. Our Papa J's family and friends really find a lot of comfort to have again. And, just want to make sure all our old friends know we're here, because we've been in service in the city for over 30 years. Our store in Carnegie, we had 300 seats and fed about 2,500 people a week there. So I'm fortunate to be able to to receive old friends that we've hosted their first date, their wedding shower, their rehearsal dinner, their baby showers, celebrated life events and bereavements, and people that I've grown to care about. I get to have a venue to receive them again, and to create new positive memories is really something special.
I have something to add too.
Go ahead.
So for everybody in Pittsburgh, Picklesburg is this weekend, and Papa J's is going to be there. And I got to sample last week gelato flavor. They're going to have a pickle gelato. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it is amazing.
It must be for Jimmy to say that.
I love it, and I mean, I'm not crazy about pickles, and a lot of things that are pickle flavor. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is good, but you can only take a few sips of it or a few bites, and then that's it. But this gelato, I don't want to say the whole what it looks like or what's on it or anything, in case I'll leave that to you.
I'm not bashful.
I'll leave that to you.
So I'm a little cheeky. I'm calling it a condemned cucumber crunch with demolished dill potato chips, and it's a sweet cream gelato, and we essentially make it with fresh juiced cucumber, and we infuse it with dill. So we cook the dill in the pasteurization process. And it's not a savory gelato, it's a sweet gelato. And so then after we process it and stabilize it, we scoop, and then we put dill potato chip on top. Oh, wow. So you get the full mouthfeel of the sweet, the salty, the crunchy, the smooth. And we're excited to offer that. And we're actually offering a full range of 8 flavors to the public at 210 Boulevard of the Allies, which is fun. It's the old site of Papa J's Centro, right on the Boulevard of the Allies. And so we're thrilled. We're excited. We're prepared to feed the world. We've got, so the Picklesburgh expects 100,000 guests over a 3-day period. And we're prepared to serve everyone who's got an appetite.
And it's going to be a hot weekend, so that gelato's going to hit the spot. I know I'll be there in line, so.
Thank you.
Well, thank you both for being on our podcast. It was a lot of fun. We didn't get Keenan in here. She's probably working hard on that gelato, but shout out to her. And make sure you come visit Papa J's in the Strip District and follow Jimmy Big
Jimmy Big Muscles.
That's a handful. Jimmy Big Muscles. Jimmy Big Muscles on social media. Thank you for watching. See ya.
Thank you, and happy
you guys.
birthday. And
Thank
you guys
you.
said the word family 1,000 times. I thank you guys. You guys are their brother sister on the podcast. I think that's awesome. So thanks for having us. Happy birthday. Thanks, Jimmy.